Hi Aries, it's Kendrick from Providence Tarot. So today I'm reading your cards for April 2018, okay? And the first card that you got is the Knight of Pentacles. And this is you in the situation. This is how you're being perceived, how people are seeing you, which is actually not really your energy, right? There you go, there, the sirens. This situation has been ongoing for a long time, and I feel like you sort of have an idea and a handle, an understanding of what's going on in the situation. It's like you've looked at all of the different uh, circumstances, all of the different happenings that have occurred over time, and you still are conflicted over everything because there's just been some competitiveness, which you're also, you're definitely in that energy, the competitiveness. It could be healthy competition as well, and you usually feel good if you're the one that's sort of like winning, right? And in this situation, it's not about who's winning or losing, it's just about how you guys are working together as a team, right? It's like Aries doesn't really work well in teams. They can because, they're very good leaders, but they'd rather work alone. You also have the Knight of Rods, which is in your moon position, in your emotional position. And in your sun, you have the Five of Wands. So that's why, I'm saying that there's some healthy competition. I think that you really have a sense of, knowing about who is actually the better one in this competition, whatever it is. You're really gung-ho about your ideas and the ones that you have, and that's fine, but I think that you just need to be able to understand that you need to let others also have their chance to shine as well. In the past, I feel like you might have known about this situation that's occurring right now with the competitiveness. Maybe there's some arguing. But the people that you're involved with, that you are competitive with and you're arguing with, they're sort of like in your midst. They're like close to you. They're like in this group that you're in. So it's like you have an understanding of who they are, and they also have an understanding of who you are. So in that sense, it's almost like you can predict what the other person is going to do before they do it. Or you can kind of like get an idea of how they're going to respond to a situation. Right now, everything seems to be looking up for you. You've got the Six of Wands in your present. So, you're sort of delegating, getting things moving off, getting off to a great start. It's like you're moving away from that feeling of being like competitive, and you're starting to see how you guys can all bring your strengths together to sort of create something that's harmonious and that can be celebrated, that people are into, you know. And in the future here, you've got the Strength card, and this is kind of like a woman who looks a little bit like the Empress, right? Gentle, nurturing, loving, and she's handling this lion, right? And it's like the lion is just being marionetted by this woman. She's in a beautiful white gown. How can you use your feminine wiles, or that softer part of you, to control or to handle something that seems like it's out of your control, right? That's the thing about the Strength card. The Strength card is saying that you can also be soft to get what you want. You don't have to go about everything with full force. In this situation, what I'm getting from all of the cards is that there was some heated arguments, probably, and some misunderstanding, and there were probably some cheap shots that were taken, and, that's also some conflicting energy. You got the Five of Swords here, and the Five of Swords is like, yeah, I got my point across, but at what cost? It's kind of like I said this thing to this person that I could have kept to myself because it really wasn't important in regards to this situation or this conflict that we're in. So that caused people to feel some kind of way. It's almost like the situation didn't even really need to happen. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my God. if there were people standing by or anywhere near you, they probably would be like, what on earth is going on with these people? So it's like, you just want to kind of reel it in and not be so sharp tongued. Or maybe someone was sharp tongued with you. You might even worry that this person is going to continue to do this or continue to be this way. So, what you're doing is you're trying to communicate perfectly. You're communicating your truths, how you are actually seeing things, just so they get a sense of how they're affecting you and affecting the situation. It's almost like wherever this person goes, they bring this energy with them. Or maybe wherever you go, you take this energy with you. But I think it's the other person, you know what I mean? I probably say that a lot. Sorry. Not sorry. I'm a Libra. Um, in your advice, you have the Fool. So in this card, there's a person, feminine and masculine, kind of like me. And they're just going off to an adventure, it seems. They brought a little friend with them, a dog, and they also have, some of their belongings in, a little sack. Feather in the cap, though. They feel good about whatever it is that they're about to do. They probably don't even know where they're going. You are seeing this situation as maybe being problematic for you, but what the universe is saying is that you should just have faith that everything will go according to plan because they almost have to, right? It's like the show must go on. So just because you are having this conflict with these people, this individual, this person, place, or thing, I think it's other people, could be even be work involved. Um, just try to come to it in a more objective place, right? You don't want to be too judgy or jump to any conclusions or make any rash decisions about it. You just kind of want to like let things play out and let, the universe guide you in this situation. Your outcome card is the Hierophant. It's 5 and you have two fives here in the reading, so it's definitely speaking to that 5 of Wands and that 5 of Swords energy. The Hierophant is Taurus, and it's kind of like, I think that in the place that you're in, maybe the company or the school, a foundation, whatever it is, it's something that's rock solid that people might be members of. There might be a staff or a faculty or something. You want to make sure that you create healthy working relationships within the workplace with the people that you have conflicts with. And you know what's right. It's like, listen to your inner ear. It's like your conscious is calling for you to get a better understanding of the situation, because I feel like you can feel it. You know what's really happening. It's just like, what part do you play in it? Yeah. So you can choose how you want to approach the situation. Listen to what you know, your inner ear is telling you. Sometimes we're being pushed or nudged by some sort of inspiration that causes us to do the right thing, behave the right way, say the right thing, or just kind of, go in the direction of good. And I think that what you could do is just really prove everyone wrong and let them see that you actually aren't as competitive and aren't as argumentative as you may seem, usually. Like I said, I like a lot of Aries, and I feel like they're great leaders, and I think that they can really get people on the same page. They can get a team excited, and they can really help push forward to get the job done so that everyone can benefit from the success. And that is your reading, Aries. I'll see you next time.